on this video later, and it's now November 13th, 2025. I just want to let you know this is just a live stream, so it's going to be live fishing. I don't guarantee catches, but if I do catch a fish, I'll link it in the description. We are fishing in New Jersey, and we're going to try to catch some crappie, maybe some bluegills, maybe some bass. But if you're just looking for a short video, this might not be the video for you to watch because this is going to be a live stream. But if you want to stick around, I appreciate it. Either way, hope you have a nice one. Hey, Demon, what's going on, man? You popped in right away. Yeah, so I would have gone live about an hour and a half ago, but my friend, she's a busy doctor. She called me in the morning, and her husband, and they told me that she had a blowout on her Tesla on the way to work. What's going on, Muslim? Yeah, so I had to go help them out because she went on the app with Tesla, and Tesla told her they would have to tow the car, and it was a 30-day wait. That's why I'm going live only for about an hour today. But hey, maybe we'll catch something, you never know. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Bite Club Fishing? Are you from Australia? Are you from Australia, mate? That'd be very nice, because we do have some people from Australia. No kangaroo jokes, I promise. We're going to the fishing spot. What's going on, DCP? Do you see that wait time for a Tesla for a tire change, 30 days? Good thing they got for a friend like me. I always have car parts in my garage. Popped over, 10 minutes later, all good. Nice. What do you fish for in Australia, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, by the way, you guys want to see a really quick? Demon, this is for you, man. Look at that bobber. You know who lives there? That's a beaver nest right there. You come close to that in a kayak, he's going to pop out and start slapping his tail in the water. That's a beaver nest. That's not an island. Australia is cool, man. I have a lot of people join the stream from Australia. I don't have a lot of regulars that come back, so maybe I'm not a good fisherman, but I do have a lot of people from Australia join the stream. Yeah, there's a ton of beavers in this lake, and they always move their nest because people will see their nest and they'll start messing with it, and I guess beavers just move around. Oh, nice. Wait, you also have kingfish in Australia? Because we catch kingfish here. I'm walking through the woods to the fishing spot. Almost there. What's going on, Denzel Small? Snapper is probably the most favorite fish to catch in Australia. You got some big ones. Whew. Oh. There you go. Koban, yes, I am running from skinwalkers. What's going on, Robert? Oh, amberjack. That's one hell of a fight. That's a good fish. Guys, we're going to be, for those that don't know, we're almost there. We're going to be fishing. We might be fishing in about 2 minutes. How about that? Maybe less. I'm trying to get there as soon as I can. It's nice woods over here. See the water? We're almost there. We're going to the secret spot. Muslim. So I try to go live during weekdays. It's not normal for me to do this, but right now I have more free time. I work nights, and I take care of my kids up to 3 p.m. So I have a window usually between 12 and 3 where I can fish. That's why it's always the same time. If I can, I go. If I have a job, I don't go. Sometimes my customers ask me to drive them during the day. We're fishing in New Jersey, the great country of New Jersey. I'm not sure if amberjack is a kingfish, but man, every time I used to catch snappers when we went. I've been to Grand Cayman, and I was learning how to catch snapper out of a kayak, and all the videos I was watching were all from Australia. All right, we're almost there, guys. I'm gonna say another 30 seconds. All right, stay with me. Here we go. All right, down we go. I think this is the spot. I think so. Oh no, that's not the spot. Next one. Look at this. Down trees. You're in Arkansas? So you want to hear something funny? Up until I was in college, I used to say Arkansas instead of Arkansas. Because, it's Kansas. I don't know if you hear this Joe Cofen, but people say Kansas, right? But then you got to say Arkansas. I got corrected by somebody from Arkansas. All right, we're almost there. I just got to slide down here. Okay, let's go on the mission. All right, we're here. Oh, man. It's interesting because my chum is still in there. You see that? All right, we're about to go fishing. Yeah, I know. We're going to be fishing for some, whatchamacallit today, for some crappie. Let's get to it. We don't have a lot of time, so I can only stream for about an hour and 10 minutes today. And look, I brought my friends with me today, since you guys wanted me to fish with tadpole. I mean, it's a bullfrog tadpole. That's why they're so big. You see how big they are? They almost look like something out of the movie. They're pretty big. Come on, hey. So we're gonna try to fish with one. Just so you know, these guys are pretty invasive here. They're all over the place, so don't worry about hurting them. There's like a gazillion of them here. Nice RSWG. You going fishing? I'm gonna pop my phone mount on my neck, and then you guys can see everything that I see. Give me a sec. I'm about to put you on my neck. My back. Hold on. Wait. It's noon. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you're at least Arkansas is what, 2 hours behind New York? I used to live in Sacramento, California. I don't know how people feel about California in the chat, but yeah, I stayed there with my wife for 3 years. It was a cool place to live. I liked it there. Not a lot of law enforcement, which is what we had a problem with. So yeah. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to organize my stuff here. Did we lose a? Oh yeah, that's right. We lost a lure at the end of the life yesterday. That's why. Hold on. Almost there. Oh, nice. You got no school? It's good. You can make more videos. How about that? All right. So I pre-baited this with corn. I don't know how that's gonna go, but let's cast this out there with a bunch of corn on the hook. Maybe we'll get a carp. Who knows? I still don't know if there's carp in these waters, but maybe. Is the guy from Australia still here? We're about to put some corn on the hook. I had to make sure my kid didn't take this to school. So, is the guy from Australia still here? We got Arkansas, we got Australia, we got Maldives, we got Poland. Half the world is in the chat. Who caught a fish heavier than 50 kilograms or 100 pounds? Any of those people here today? Hold on. I'm just gonna put a bunch of corn because I've been baited this place with corn. So I'm gonna put a bunch of corn on the hook just for fun. Maybe a carp will come around and a piece of hot dog. Look, it's like a medley. Kansas, nice. So Tyler, we got Kansas and we got Arkansas. We're in Jersey. We're not that cool. We're like the armpit of America. You can probably hear it in my accent. All right, let's just cast this out there. Like I said, I only have an hour to fish. I had to help a friend out today with a blown out tire, which is why I'm fishing later than usual. Had to save a friend about $500 because that's the car that she has doesn't have a spare tire, which is crazy to me. All right, hold on. We're just gonna put a bunch of it on. I don't know if this is working or not. Whatever. Yeah, yeah, catfish. Hey, what's going on? Bike Club Fishing Australia. All good. So, wait, what time is it now in Australia? So I've never been to Australia. I've only been to the Sydney airport once, but I have been to New Zealand. And I don't know if you guys, do people from New Zealand like people from Australia or not? I did meet a bunch of cool people from Australia there, but everybody seems super cool there. All right, so I just casted that out there. I'm just gonna let it sink. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually just gonna, oh shoot, let's not fall today. I usually fall in the stream at least once. So I'm gonna rest that rod on that tree, and I can actually see my line pretty well. So if we catch something, we'll be able to get it. Slowly, how you doing? Yeah, Australia is one of those countries where you just want to go there and stay there for at least a month and not get eaten by a snake, shark, or some weird animal I've never heard of, or get bitten by a stingray. One of my favorite people in the world is from Australia. Crikey, mate. You remember that guy? Steve Irvin? It's been 10 years, I think, unfortunately, since he passed away. He got he got poked by a stingray. Oh, 5:30 a.m. Oh, you're in Victoria. That's a big town. Yeah. New Zealand was super nice, and I was actually I really respect how they're like Maori people. They took care of them there. Here in the U.S., I think all the it's not many native people left. They're all on the reservations. But in New Zealand, they're like really take their culture seriously. Ooh, okay, hold on. It's the same thing I caught yesterday. God damn it! It's the same thing I caught yesterday on live stream. That's actually what I have my short about. I just had a short about this. I I gotta. You know what I gotta do? Look at this. Done. Big fish. Yeah, Steve Irvin, right? How awesome was that guy? He was so genuine too. I feel so bad. I felt so bad when I was still young back then. It was like I was in my late teens, I think, or early 20s when he passed away. I basically grew up on that guy. All right, we got a situation here, boys and girls. We have a snag, and I'm not happy about that. So yesterday I had a snag here. I might have to throw in like a hook and get that piece of tree out because this is the second time I snagged. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, Tom? I got a 3 pounder. I got a big one. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to get this out I'm gonna give it another 2 yanks, and then we're just gonna break it off. Oh wait, I got it out. How you doing? All right. Okay. So that's 2 times I got snagged there and got it out. So I guess we're doing pretty well. I don't think that's gonna happen a third time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cast this out there and let it sink and slowly reel it back. We're gonna try to catch a crappie, which is basically from a family of sunfish. Yeah, Steve Irvin got stung right in the heart by a stingray barb while he was making a video for National Geographic, I think. Yeah, Steve Irwin was cool. I kind of like grew up watching his videos. I still will not touch a crocodile. He would just like jump on top of them and to play with them. That is not what I would do. Tom, so we're trying to. I've been feeding carp. I've been baiting for carp around this area. I think we have carp in this body of water. So I have a thing set up for carp. It's pretty basic. It's just a bunch of corn on a hook. So maybe we'll get something. And I'm just trying to catch crappie like I was doing yesterday. I was planning to do like a 3-hour stream today, but I had to help a friend out, and she got stuck with a blown out tire. That's why I am late today, and I can only fish for about an hour, which is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? I'm using same thing I usually use. It's a gulp. It's not a gulp minnow. This is actually a Strike King. It's a jig head with an underspin, with like a size 6 hook, I'm gonna say, and it's a Strike King plastic with that tail action. It's called what is it called? It's called a lightning shad. The color I'm not sure about, but the name is lightning shad. But yeah, thanks for joining today. It's kind of like haphazard stream today. I kind of ran out there. I'm gonna set up another rod with something. I can cast it out there. I'm just thinking about what I should use. Tom, what have you caught? Tom is from Ireland, so we basically have a ton of people from different parts of the world. We got Australia, we got Ireland, we got United States, we got Poland. Sometimes we have a guy from Serbia coming in. We had a guy from South Korea. I'm just talking about the regulars. We have a guy from Jersey, which is its own country, the way we, the way we people from Jersey are. And we have people from Florida, Kansas, Arkansas, California, all over the place. Yeah. So unfortunately, fishing has been super slow in Jersey. If you haven't watched my streams, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rig up a tadpole with a drop shot because it's perfect timing for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this thing off. I have a gulp minnow in my pocket, so we're gonna rig up that big tadpole on a drop shot and maybe try to get a crappie. How about that? You guys feel good about that? But while I do that, I'm actually gonna take this minnow and toss it out there. Maybe a crappie will eat it. 1 second. Because minnows, sometimes they will eat them while they're just laying there, which is surprising. You caught a sock? That's funny. All right, let's just eat this guy out there. So we're gonna cast this guy out, and then if you guys want to stick around, I'll rig up a. I'm gonna rig up a huge bullfrog, a live tadpole, and we'll cast it out. Maybe we get a crappie with it. Who knows? All right. So yeah, just gonna leave this pole here. Hold on. I even got a little cute pole holder. These are cheap. They're not cool. I actually found 2 of them just laying around on the bank. I'm trying to not hit rocks, but it's not happening right now. It's like all rocky here. Okay, we're good. Hold on. So I'm gonna leave that gulp minnow, which is something I don't usually do. All right, let's set up. So I'm gonna show you what I have. If you want to stick around, it's gonna take me probably a couple of minutes. But we have these giant bullfrog tadpoles that I got out of my stream. See how big they are? These are invasive, actually. But, like they'll eat everything. These things, when they grow up to be a bullfrog, they'll actually eat birds. As crazy as that sounds. Um, so we don't feel bad about using them. Hold on. Alrighty. Greg's not here today. What's going on? My dad caught a diaper. I'm not kidding. This actually happened. I'm sorry about that. That just means wherever you're fishing is pretty polluted. But you already know that, right? Is Maldives actually polluted? I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Off-putting to you. So I actually found these weights. They're a little heavy. I don't want to use these. Oh man, we got a problem. Jim from Punta Gorda, what's going on, man? We got a situation. I don't have a good drop shot weight, but I'm gonna figure something out. Of course, it would be me who's not prepared. Hold on, we're gonna just rig something up. Give me a second, guys. I'm just checking what I have. Uh, checking some crap. Hmm. I want to make. Oh, perfect. I have a big piece of weight. Yeah. Oh, nice rainbow trout. Wait, so in Ireland, do they put the rainbow trout in the streams for you like they do here in US, or do they actually is it native to you? Is rainbow trout native in Ireland? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. All right, let's do a drop shot. I love my tungsten drop shot, so we're just gonna have to use what we have. All right, 1 second, guys. Stay with me. Oh, you use the same gold one, like a hook? All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a size 6 hook. We're gonna make a drop shot rig, and we're gonna cast that tadpole out there and see what happens. All right. First, we're gonna put the hook on. Jim, do you think I should use a big tadpole or a small tadpole? You call it. I got 4. Oh, nice. You caught a pickerel? Very nice. What's going on, Grog? Yeah, I've been waiting for DCP to go live. He's been promising it to us. So I don't want to push you, but I'll happily be in your live, especially if you give me a heads up when you're going to be streaming. That will help. Hold on. Where did that? I just had to wait. Okay. Grog, what's going on, man? Oh, the spoon with a bit of red on it? I know what you're talking about. Yes, that's a very common lure. That's what's called a spoon. It's basically Tom. I'm talking to Tom from Ireland. That thing has been around for probably a century. It's the most common thing to use because it imitates like a little bit of blood, so it imitates like a dying fish. We're gonna do a drop shot. Huh. Hold on. I'm thinking here. What am I doing wrong? Let me retie this because I gotta go. I gotta go from the front, right, Jim? Jim, do I go from the front of the hook, right? Not from the back when I start to do a drop shot. I like when people teach me on live. And then I go back around from the back. I'm gonna wait. All right, hold on. Hey, what's going on, Ronio? How's it going? If you're live streaming today, I'm watching. If you like, because I got some time. My kid's gonna be doing another tryout for a middle school basketball team, so I got some time to spend. All right, here we go. And now I'm gonna go through the front, I think, and put on a. I think that's what Thule Trout Raiders taught me. I'm gonna put on a just a split shot. Okay, got it. Diggity Dave show. Got it. Yeah, we got pretty good. What's going on, Diggity Dave show? Yeah, I got about like what 8, 10 inches here. So it's gonna be like one of those bad drop shots because I didn't prepare myself. I apologize. We're just gonna use this. Hold on. Let me not break my tooth. We're doing everything live today. Like sometimes I have more time to do this stuff right. All right, let's get a tadpole. I'm gonna get a medium-sized one just in case. All right, I choose you. I think we lost one in the process because now I only have two in the thing. I'm gonna rig them through the tail. Don't. I don't know if I'm gonna lose this guy. Hold on. I never rigged a tadpole before. Hold on, he got out. Oh, you're fishing? Nice, Jim. I feel like I should go through him twice, but maybe not. If we catch something on this, I'd be super surprised. And for those guys, the people that are just joining, this is just a bullhead, not a bullhead, bullfrog tadpole. They're super invasive, so don't feel bad. They're everywhere. They actually kill a lot of native population. So they're all over the reservoir. All right. So this is we rigged them up. I don't know if this is good or bad, but it looks good to me. And we're going to use a Daiwa Presso rod. It's a little heavy for this rod, but it's okay. I'm going to move away a little bit. If I catch a fish on this, you're going to get me in rare form. I don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try this. Oh, that's a pretty good ploop. Hold on. Let's let it drop. All right, we're going to go super slowly. Yeah, so what I did do today, early in the morning, I ran out here, Rano, and you know what I did? I chummed with corn and hot dog. I basically got 1 can of corn, 2 hot dogs, cut them up, put them in a Ziploc bag, and I chummed all that area right there. So, but you know, like I'm gonna keep chumming it for a couple of days, because you told me that it takes a couple of days for somebody else to bring the carp in, if it's here. I'm in New Jersey. Hey, what's going on, Paul? Paul, you're gonna be proud of me. So I did put a little bit of the cocoa milk yesterday, and look what we're fishing with now. We have Senor Tadpole on a drop shot, and we're just casting him out there. All right, you're gonna let him sink. 2 weeks? Wow. Yeah, we are in U.S. Stefania Balone. We are in New Jersey, about about 1 hour away from New York City, give or take. If I'm driving, 50 minutes. Well, thanks for people coming into the chat. It's very nice of you guys to hang out with us. We've been going for about 2 months. We got a lot of live streams. Everybody in the chat is super cool, and probably fishes much better than me. Thanks, Muslim. Slingshot cast? No, I've seen people do it at the beach, But I'm not like the cool kid. I find something that works for me. I just keep doing that. But I guess slingshot is good when you're like in tight spaces. I just never like just like I tie everything with a clinch knot because I really don't see a reason for anything else. But I'll learn. One day I'll learn. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep casting. But kind of what's happening is exactly what I expected. It's so dead here. But if we get a fish, I'll be super excited. Paul, are you still on the oil rig? You're gonna be there probably for the next. Can you fish? Are you in the ocean? Can you fish from there with a little hand line? I have a carp rod. I basically, you know how I made the carp rod? I took a rod that we used yesterday with worms, and I just put a bunch of corn on it, and I called it the carp rod. I know that's probably not gonna work, right? What's going on, Cole Katuni? Yeah, we try to fish. I fish more now because I have more free time due to some circumstances, but I work at night. Come spring, I'm gonna probably be working again full time, but usually fish between lunchtime in US till about 2:30 p.m. and during weekdays. Weekends is all with my kids. All right, hold on. Let me pull this tadpole up. Wow, he was far away. I casted that guy out far. I think the tadpole is not doing too well. Is it? Does he have to be alive? Is he kind of went Jeffrey Epstein on me. Hmm. All right, let's go. Cast it out again. Oh, that was a bad cast. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let me check the other rod. I have this tadpole out there. Let me put this rod here real quick. It's not gonna go anywhere. Don't worry. If it will, I'll swim after it. No problem, Cole. I appreciate it, man. Hey, what's going on, Jason J? I can try casting far left. Hold on. I think we might have something on my other rod. Give me a sec. A strange vibration. Yeah, so Demon, that's my carp rod. I kind of let it rest against the tree there. I'm still learning. I've never fished for carp before, so that's why I don't have a dedicated carp rod. Hmm. What I'm gonna do now is I'm probably just gonna. If there's carp here, we're probably gonna have to bait this spot for the next couple of days, and maybe the fish will come by next week. I'm pretty sure there's carp here. I wish I could just figure it out. Hold on. Let's see. Like I said, usually I'm much more organized, but today I just ran out here last minute. Let's see what we got in the chat. You like fishing? Yeah. Fishing's fun, right? Carp loves snails. I do have a ton of snails, but how do you put a snail on the hook? You know what I have? I have Japanese snails that are actually very beneficial. In my pond, I have Japanese snails everywhere. The previous owner actually told me she bought them to clean up the ponds. They're super beneficial. So I have like an unlimited amount of snails. But should I like take them out of the shell or should I keep them in the shell? That's the question I have for you. But yeah, the fishing, just so you guys know, fishing is usually is much better on my channel, but we fishing in Jersey and we had a terrible cold snap, and I figured yesterday we only caught one fish on the live stream in 3 hours. So, and guys that are fishing the Jersey Shore or the Atlantic Ocean are not doing much better either. Everybody's complaining. But yeah, so this morning I put a can of corn out here. I put 2 hot dogs cut up. The chum from yesterday is still here, by the way. You can see it. You see that little ball? That's from yesterday's stream. You got to keep them out of the shell. Got it. No, last cast TV. I have not caught anything. Okay, out of the shell is better. Okay, we can try it. I have a gazillion Japanese snails in my pond. It's just gonna be take me a while to find them because every time I clean the pond, oh, hold on. Every time I clean the pond, I find them. Let's cast from a different perspective. Hold on, I'm just gonna cast this out there. Let's say maybe some old bass will pick it up. You never know. I'm just using a 3-inch gulp minnow. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna leave this right here. Hold on. Let's go and play with the tadpole. Maybe should we put a new one on if that one's dead? What do you think? I have 3 more. Like for those just joining, these are bullfrog tadpoles. See how big they are? Demon, have you ever seen tadpoles like that in Poland? Because I remember when I was in Europe, the tadpoles were like this big. This is definitely a jumbo size. Hold on, guys, one sec. I really like this spot. I just wish there was fish here. So nice here. It's quiet. There's no wind. Let me read the chat while I said. First Cast TV. Never heard of First Cast TV. How you doing, Sandra Ladford? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Demon. Oh, look at the geese. Oh, no. Why? Okay, I thought they were going to land right in front of you. Look at them. Oh, they're landing. There you go. Uh, Canadian geese. Raccoons of the lake. All right. Let's recast the tadpole. Hold on. And we're going to slowly drag it back with a drop shot. Oh, the tadpole's gone. All right. Well, we don't know if something ate it or it just got off. Cole Kutene. I'm fishing in New Jersey. Hold on. I think we're good. Okay. Like I said, look how big this thing is. And that's not as, they get much bigger. They get twice as big. I have never caught anything on a tadpole. So today, if I do catch something, it'll be first for me for sure. This is a huge tadpole though. Hold on. I gotta be careful how I throw it. All right. The frog legs. You know where I ate frog legs? When I went to France, because it was like if I don't eat the frog legs, I'm like, they treat you like you don't respect them. The French, you have to eat the frog legs, man. Yeah, Tom, I do have Instagram. I have 3 subscribers on Instagram. I'm not very good at social media. I have about 40 videos on Instagram and I have 3 followers. It's the same thing. It's Grumpy Orca Fishing. If you find an account that has 3 followers, which is probably easy to find, that's me. And I think 2 of those followers were just pity followers. They just followed me because I used to have only 1 follower on Instagram, and I'm now up to 3. If I get to 4, I might have a throw a party. What's Are you from Calgary, Alberta? You're indigenous? Nice. Well, Cole, if you drop me a comment on one of my shorts so I can find your channel, I'll check it out for sure. I guarantee you that. The only way for me to find your channel, because it's really hard to do it through live. You see, my hands are busy. I can't like go on YouTube. The only way for me to find your channel is if you or anybody else leaves me a comment on one of my videos, so I get that little bell, and I'll see your name, and I can click on it after I'm done with the live stream, and I'll check you out, man. That's cool. So Calgary, Alberta, is that where that Peterson guy is from? Like the guy that's always like on Joe Rogan. I forgot his first name, Peterson. He has a daughter. He's a big time into he's like a big philosopher guy. I'm watching my other rod. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Nah, we're good. I thought I had something on there. Huh. Calgary, Alberta. That is cold. No, I thought I had something. Well, the tadpole's still there, and he's doing quite well. Look at this guy. Zage YouTube. Yeah, fishing's good, man. If you ever need therapy, you just go fishing, even if you catch nothing. You leave happier. Got it. Tom, I'm up to 4 followers on Instagram. Well, thanks. If you want to see something funny, I used my wife's salad bowl to put tadpoles in, and I've uploaded the video, and she left me a comment. She's like, "You better have washed that bowl." That's all the action I get on Instagram. I have 40 videos and 1 follower, but now I'm up to 4. Instagram's hard. YouTube is easier, the way I see it. Yeah, Jordan Peterson, that's the guy. Jordan Peterson talks about how he grew up in Alberta, and it was a tough life. He's a cool guy. I like him. I mean, I don't love him, but he makes a lot of sense on what he says. And he's definitely making a lot of money now. I think he became famous when he was fighting with the students at the university. Like, yeah, I don't know if people from Alberta like Jordan Peterson. I don't take any sides. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm very like anti that stuff. But at some point in my life, some of his stuff was good. Like it helped me out. I actually bought one of his first book. Nowadays, I don't really listen to him anymore. But he helps people out, I think. He's the guy that tells you that before you complain about the world, go change your room, or go clean your room or something like that, which I agree with. All right, hold on. Let's change up. Let's go cast to the left. Tom wanted me to cast to the left. We go to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the rod to the left. Ooh, what is that? We got Trash Patrol. Ah, nice. That's from Berkeley. Oh, somebody was bass fishing here, probably. Pin the link. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there's gonna be a link in Discord. If you guys don't have enough of me not catching fish here, you can always talk to me on Discord. All right, hold on. This might be a good cast. Hold on. Might get a perch on this. But yeah, we're fishing with a bullfrog tadpole. And we have a drop shot rig, and we're slowly reeling it. Cole Couture. I definitely check your channel out, man, though. Hey, what's going on, Wicked Weasel? I remember you. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what you do, but that name is hard to forget, my friend. Hold on. No, that's not a bite, is it? No. Hold on. I don't know if... Let's pull it out. But I remember you. I pinned the link to the Discord for those people that... I'll always respond to people in Discord. They just... I usually... Wait. I think we lost the tadpole. I'm usually basically not available between time of 3 to 10 p.m. But after that, especially if I'm working, I'm a driver, have some downtime, I'll talk to people at Discord. I'm always down. I think we lost the tadpole. Yeah, but Cole, just the guy from Alberta, leave me a comment. I'll check your video out, man. And I know fishing is super boring right now. It's not usually like that, but right now I think everybody in Jersey already stopped fishing, and we're just out here. It's more like therapy for me at this point. I get to complain a lot in my videos. It's great. Give me a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab another tadpole. Oh yeah, I just saw you. You left me a comment. All right, perfect. I'll find your channel after I'm done with the live stream. Give me a second, guys. But we have usually pretty cool family-friendly streams. Nobody fights, and if somebody's misbehaving, we kick them out. And we learn new things on stream because I'm not a professional fisherman. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna check my other pole real quick and bring it over there. Uh, hold on. You know, there's a current here because my stuff got carried. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Wow, there's a bit of a current here. That's the current situation. All right, this is my other rod with a 3-inch club minnow. That's usually best, I mean, not crappie favorite. And this is my carp rod that I'm gonna pull out. I mean, it's terrible. Paul probably is gonna fall off his chair laughing, but I've never carp fished in my life. So today's the first time I'm trying this. You guys got me to do it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm also gonna throw some worms on it. Yeah, look at this. Isn't that tasty? Paul, are you still in the chat? That's the corn. I know it's bad. I know it's bad, but this is all I could do in having like 3 minutes time to get my car ready to go. You think of getting back into the fishing? Hold on. Let me. Wait, Paul, are you in the Discord or not? Well, if you can work and check the chat on Discord, I commend you. That's pretty good. At least you're getting paid to be on Discord. On Discord, on YouTube, which is technically not bad. Yeah, Paul, my carp rod is terrible. No good. I know. All right, let's do it this way. How about this? Let's put a bunch of worms on. I have fresh worms. Thank you for pointing that out, Paul. Let's change it up a little bit. So, Paul, what I've been doing is I've been throwing corn here. I'm going to come back here tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to throw more corn, and I put in cocoa juice, like you said, the coconut juice that I originally thought you were talking about, Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, Cole. Everything varies, but I always tell everybody to start small. Get a small ultralight rod, but the guys in chat will tell you. It's a common question, and basically go small first. Don't chase fish that is hard to catch because you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna stop fishing. And I'm sure you have amazing fishing going on in Alberta during the right seasons because there's not many people there. So these are the worms I dug up in my yard. Let's just throw a bunch of them on and cast it out there. Paul, carp will eat worms, right? I'll just put a bunch of them on because we don't have that much time to fish, and maybe we'll get lucky. You never know. I'm gonna go dig up more worms today. Yeah, but it's interesting. The lake that we fish, usually it would do well, but as soon as the cold came in, everything just kind of stopped. Look, I mean, if I was a carp, I'd eat this. Let's just cast it out there where I think the fish hang out. All right, where's the rod holder? And we're gonna go on our merry way and go cast somewhere else. I wish I read that before I did it. Well, how about this? Paul, here's the problem. I can only fish for probably the next 25 minutes, so chances are I think we're gonna be okay with the worms if there's something out there. But tomorrow, I'm doing a 3-hour live stream no matter what. I promise. Today we just kind of ran out there. So for those that just found this channel, I guarantee you tomorrow's live stream is going to be better. I promise. Let's fish with the crappie rod. Huh. The good thing is I can see the rod from here and I see some action. I can see the rod and unless I'm crazy. Maybe that's just wind. But I'm going to keep an eye on it. Huh. All right. Cover the whole hook. Oh yeah, Cole, you definitely have a bunch of trout there, man. That's like, I think Alberta, Canada is still very, very like. There's only what like 35 million people in Canada in the whole country, and it's just almost as big as the United States. So man, you got some serious. I think you also have Arctic char, which is basically like a cross between a trout and a salmon. So I'm telling you, man, you're good there. If you want to get into fishing, I'd say that's the place to be, as long as there's no ice on the water. I think ice fishing is very expensive, or at least like hard to do at first. So start small, get out there. You never know. You might pick up a hobby that'll last your lifetime. Yeah, buy a light rod for trout. That's exactly right. Paul, I swim. If carp takes it, I'm swimming. Uh, I don't think my wife's gonna miss me. If carp takes it, I go swim. How about that? Make you a deal. I swim for free. We have suckerfish. That's awesome. Hey, dog tags and tackle. What's going on, man? Dog tags and tackle has good because he can live stream while he's at work. There you go, state troopers. See, I'm telling you, they're watching us. Trolling Trump's golf course. They're watching us, man. No, no, pretty good, pretty good. Texas and tackle. I'm suffering, man. Oh, hold on. We have a fish. Well, oh man, god damn it. I thought that it's like one of those things where you don't have any water and you start seeing mirage in the on the you're in the desert and you haven't had water for like 3 days and you start seeing shit. And that's what it was. It was a mirage. Oh man, you come to my stream. We never know. It's seaweed, it's branch, or is it fish? That's why we have so many people in the stream usually, because everybody's guessing. Because Grumpy Orca doesn't know himself either. I feel like I'm fishing with freaking broomstick because I do have feeling in it, but yeah, stuff happens. We're Thomas Garbino. We're in New Jersey, which is why we saw the state trooper helicopters patrolling. They're patrolling Trump National in Bedminster. I know not everybody likes Jersey, but this is where I'm going to be for the next 20 years at least. No, no, my reel is not. It's basically super light drag, and it's in the pole holder, so it's going to be okay. I mean, I think there's like a first of all, there's like 95% chance there's carp in this water. I think there are. I think we saw them here, and I've seen dudes fishing for them here. Um, but yeah, I'm willing to swim out for the rod if I get a carp. Yeah, I promise Paul I'm swimming. Listen, man, just because I drive Uber doesn't mean I can't swim. I'm always very good at finding my clients when they need me. So if Carp needs me, I'll get him. This is bad. Yeah, dog tags and tackle. It's been rough here in Jersey. If you're still in the chat. Oh, well, Tom, you gotta listen. I don't know. You're like an undercover agent. You have three different names. What's your name? You gotta tell me, so I don't keep calling you Tom. Sometimes I call my own kid Bob, just because he doesn't listen to me when I call him the regular name. So when I call him Bob in front of everybody, he listens. Let's see. Oh, you're in Staten Island, it's Thomas. What's going on, man? We're like brothers. Staten Island is like 35 minutes away from me. I know. I mean, if I was in Florida, I'd be swimming for $20. We're in Jersey. I mean, $20 don't buy me a can of worms here. That's the problem. And I don't accept donations from people that frequent my chat because I'm not like that. But I take that 20 in person, man. When I'm in Florida, I'll swim around in your backyard, get bit by a gator anytime, man. Oh yeah, Thomas, it's been cold. It has been very cold. What I was gonna say, Staten Island had some huge influx of people. Oh, you're about to get new neighbors, by the way. I'm not political, but I'm sure you heard of what people say about our new mayor in New York City. So I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just saying a lot of people are gonna be moving out of New York City, and they already started. A buddy of mine who's a real estate agent in North Jersey, he said that his showings he has 20 people waiting for a show, and instead of usually like 3 or 4. Anyways, Staten Island's cool. I used to have a lot of friends from Staten Island. A lot of my friends that are cops work New York City. They're New York City cops, and they live in Staten Island. I actually used to live in the Bronx when my wife was a student at the hospital of Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx. We lived in the Bronx for 4 years, and I kind of liked it. I never complain about that stuff. Bronx is very gritty, but it's cool. It's not a donation; it's a service. That's funny. You're funny, man. Hold on. Well, how about this? I was swimming a lot last week. I'll just send you my printout of my exercises. Your name, okay? Your name is Thomas. Okay, I'm gonna call you. I'm either gonna call you Thomas or yeah. One thing I'm not gonna call you is Jerry. You know Tom and Jerry, or you're too young for that. Tom and Jerry are probably 80 years old now. Laughter is a great term. Hey, Sergey Russo, what's going on, buddy? Thomas Gerbino. Are you Italian? I know Staten Island is all Italian. All my friends from Staten Island are usually Italian. They always go like, "Yeah, my brother got a pizza place on the island. Good pie, good pie. Pepperoni slice, better than you ever tried." All right. So, what are we gonna do next? Um, well, we got like 15 minutes before I have to turn into a pumpkin and go home. Let's see what we can try. The stream's not hopping today, but I respect that. All right, hold on. You know what? Let me get back there real quick so my trash doesn't end up in the lake. Look, I have like a wait. Oh, I'm not. Oh, God damn it! That's a poison ivy vine. Of course, that's my luck. Uh, yes, you're Italian American. Oh man, we're like brothers. I'm not Italian American. I'm like Eastern European American, but uh, all my friends from the island are, most of them are Italian, and all of them are cops, and all of them are loud, and I can't go anywhere without that with them somewhere in the country without getting into a fight with somebody. They're all NYPD cops, and they absolutely hate it, and they can't wait to retire. I used to be a fireman medic in Jersey. That's how I know all of them. A lot of guys that worked on the ambulance with me ended up serving as police officers. NYPD used to be good, man, but nowadays I don't want to say too much. I'm not a hater, but nowadays being a cop in New York City is a tough job. There's so much politics are just crazy. All right, we're gonna throw this tadpole out there. Hey Corey, what's going on, man? All right, so Thomas from Ireland. I'm gonna remember that. All right, what do you guys think? I should probably double rig him or something. What do you think about this rig? I don't know, I'm just improvising. All right, let's try it out again. And thanks for the likes, guys. I know I didn't deserve them today, or mostly like for the past 5 streams I've done. We haven't really caught much fish. I don't understand why a perch wouldn't eat that tadpole. Like that tadpole is perfect. Yeah, so speaking of Thomas, so Tom, so I'm just gonna clear this up. Tom222 has been in my live streams for the past 2 months, and only today he decided to tell me not to call him Tom and call him Thomas. So we just cleared everything up. What's going on? Who else there? What's going on, Deva? Yeah, Tom. See, you decided to tell me that when there's another Thomas in the live stream. You're like, I think I'm rubbing off on you. How about this, Ronyo? Look, there's berries on this tree. I'll eat one for 20 bucks. What do you guys think this is? Isn't that Burberry? I think it's Burberry, isn't it? What kind of thing is this? I mean, it's red berry. Red means you can eat it, right? Hold on. Nah, that's not good, man. Ah, has good aftertaste. I mean, if I'm not catching fish, might as well start eating red berries. Thanks, thanks, Paul. Very nice of you. I gotta find out what kind of berry this is. I gotta tell my wife I just ate it. She works at a hospital. Maybe she'll finally be able to get rid of me. I'm pretty sure they're not poisonous. Otherwise, we're in the United States. There'll be like a gazillion messages about that in the park. Okay, the tadpole just left the chat. Hold on. We got to get new tadpole in the chat. 2,700 subs. Nice. Thanks, guys. Oh, I know Jamaica Bay. Everybody fishes there. So you know where I fish, Thomas? A lot of my live streams during the summer are going to be from Sandy Hook, right from the tip. You know what that is. That's basically Mecca for all the fishermen. So the connection's pretty good there, and I live stream from there. We go fluke fishing. Usually do pretty well fluke fishing. It's pretty active. All right, let's cast this last tadpole out. We got last man standing. So I guess it worked out today. 4 tadpoles, 0 fish, and all of them escaped. I don't think they're gonna make it, but yeah, Jamaica Bay is cool, but the fishing. I mean, I'm sure you know the fishing for fluke and stripers this year has been absolutely terrible. Like I've seen people sitting there all night. I follow some guys on TikTok. I find TikTok better for local stuff than YouTube. And these kids are just sitting out there all night, and nobody can catch a fish. And they know what they're doing, and they're not amateurs like me. But I've heard that I mean, what I've seen is that fishing for stripers is still pretty bad unless you have a boat. So yeah, once you have a boat in Jamaica Bay or Sandy Hook, things change very quickly. Uh, yeah, we can do eel fishing, but eel fishing is also going to be tough. We can do that. Oh, Instagram is also good for local. Well, okay. Well, once I maybe I'll do that. I just found like it's so strange because I didn't want to use TikTok, but I posted one time about Sandy Hook, and I got all these people coming out of the fish Sandy Hook, and nobody ever commented on my YouTube videos. People that fish in Sandy Hook, so I was kind of like, okay, so TikTok really works for local folks. I'm gonna try Instagram again. Doing Instagram has been like basically like hitting my head against the wall repeatedly. I've been putting out videos and I get like 3 views. It's too late now. It's too late, Ranyo. I already ate the berries. Now, maybe I'll become a better fisherman. Yeah, but look, if you wanna, we can. If they are good, we can eat more tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop. If my kids are watching this later in life and I'm not around, Dad made a mistake. I love you both. I'm sorry. All right. I think we're almost done here. It is getting windy. But it's cool to have somebody from Staten Island that fishes Jamaica Bay. It feels like we have a couple. Oh man, hold on. That's probably seaweed. I'm just getting overexcited. Yeah, and the tadpole's gone. Alrighty, this is where we end the suffering of Grumpy Orca. I'm just saying that I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna be like Forrest Gump. I'm kind of tired now. I think I'm gonna go home. Yeah, I'm just reading what you guys are writing since I pulled my pole out of the water. Hold on. I'm right what Garbino's writing. It's right where I fish across Staten Island. Yeah. Yeah, fluke fishing is okay, but I bet you all the flukes you catch from the shore are probably short. Like I've caught about 150, 200 fluke this year, and they all have been short. I haven't caught a keeper today. Oh yeah, well, Demon, my Sandy Hook videos are all live streams, I think. Oh, I did make one video, but I pulled it down because I didn't know that I couldn't keep more than 3 blues, which was hilarious. Tomorrow, Thomas, I'll be live. I should be live. I always go live around lunchtime, like 12 o'clock to 2:30, because I got to grab my kids at 3 o'clock. I work nights, which is why I fish during the day. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be live. I mean, I don't know how good the live stream is going to be tomorrow, but we'll be out. I appreciate you commenting. It's cool to find somebody local. Yeah, Demon, I'm going to make some more Sandy Hook videos. I have a bunch of footage. Once the fishing here dies off completely, I'll be making some videos. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Can the fish away from this lake? Yeah, we can fish away from this lake. Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna wish you all. Oh wow, man, I'm ugly today, just like every day. But yeah, do not eat red berries. Catch fish unlike me, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pop into your lives. And if you want me to find your channel, just comment on one of my videos. And if you want a live stream, buy one of these to lessen mounts. 20 bucks. And look, you get a view like this. Oh no, not like this. Oh, ugh. Get out of my face. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you go. For 20 bucks with the iPhone, you can do this. See you guys later. Bye bye.